Breaking now at 4:30, a wild shootout on the side of a California freeway leaves an officer dead and 2 others hurt. What we're learning about that shootout this morning.
Shouldn't have to come to selling bulletproof backpacks. That just goes to show what type of society we live in today.
Yet there is a surge in sales for bulletproof backpacks, but can they really keep your kids safe in the event of an active shooter? We put them to the test. And the high temperature is putting a heavy demand on everyone, including our energy providers. The new record we hit trying to stay cool in the heat.
From the KHOU 11 studios, this is H10 Rush.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to H10 Rush. It's Tuesday, August 13th. I'm Lisa Hernandez, and we start with that brutal heat that is not letting up. Let's get right over to meteorologist Cheetah Craft. What's in store today, Cheetah?
Good morning. We're starting off with day number 5 of this heat advisory. Yet again, we just can't break this thing here locally. 2/3 of the state of the Texas still under this heat advisory, and you can even see that excessive heat warning areas northeast. So everyone feeling the effects of this heat. Let's talk temperatures this morning. We're starting off widespread in the 80s. 86 in Galveston. Now, if Galveston remains at 86 degrees, that is going to be a new record overnight set for the area. So we'll see if that dips down to 85. Overall, though, a really sticky, humid start to the day. High temperatures build to 101. Heat indices this afternoon up to 111. So that's really what the feels like temperature will be. We will talk about when this ridge of high pressure slowly starts to move on out of here, coming up in about 6 minutes, Steph.
All right, Cheetah, you got it. Let's hit the roads and talk about what's shaking on the North Loop eastbound side, very close to the East Tex Freeway. We do have a stalled flatbed truck there by Lockwood, out of main lanes, but still waiting on some help. It's dark out there, but at the very least, the flashers are on there. Let's take a look at that overall picture. So you've got green all along your 88 miles of the Beltway. We saw a lot of problems there yesterday. Hopefully it won't be a repeat of that. And then 38 miles around the loop, still looking clean, no cone zones there. Want to take a look at travel times on the west side of town. Katy, if you are driving from 99 or by Pin Oak all the way into downtown, it's going to take you less than 30 minutes to go that distance. Lisa.
Thank you, Steph. Breaking news out of North Houston where a massive fire engulfs a home. Look at this video from one of the Wimberley Street neighbors there. It took close to an hour for firefighters to knock those flames down. The neighbors say everyone did make it out of the house okay. Investigators are working to figure out what started that fire. And tragic news for the Highway Patrol in Southern California. A CHP officer was shot and killed. 2 other officers hurt in what started as a routine traffic stop in Riverside about an hour outside Los Angeles. This escalated into a shootout on the side of the freeway during rush hour traffic. Laura Podesta has details.
He's not a cop, he's a human being.
Tense moments caught on camera. Police say last night this white GMC pickup truck was pulled over by a highway patrol officer on the 215 freeway in Riverside, California. When that officer decided to impound the truck, the driver grabbed a rifle and began shooting at the patrolman, writing him a ticket. The officer, identified as 34-year-old Andre Moy Jr., died from his injuries.
The most kindest, hardest person. The kindest, hardest person. Unbelievable. This is so unbelievable. Who does this kind of stuff?
2 other patrolmen were also injured by gunfire. The suspect was eventually killed by police.
It was a long and horrific gun battle, and it resulted in a very extensive crime scene.
This mother was driving with her children when the shooting broke out.
It hit straight in the middle of my windshield, missing my head and my 2 children that were in the back seat.
A former Marine sprang into action.
Heard the kids screaming. That's what motivated. That's to get the kids out of the car. Put him behind the engine block.
I called him, he's my guardian angel.
Police say thankfully the only 2 civilians hurt suffered minor injuries. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
And family members of the slain suspect told reporters on scene he was an ex-con who'd served 10 years for attempted murder and that he'd recently been depressed. Parents are busy shopping as their children head back to school. So what is on your to-do list? A haircut, maybe a new binder? How about a bulletproof backpack? Recent mass shootings have led to a spike in sales of those backpacks. Some parents think it's better to be safe than sorry, but can those backpacks really protect your child? Our Lauren Tellerico went to find out.
Along with pencils and notebooks, parents stocking up on school supplies are also buying backpacks that can stop bullets.
Then these two shootings occurred, so it's been pretty busy.
Steve Nairmore started Tuffy Pack, a Houston-based company that makes bulletproof inserts for book bags. He says over the past 2 weeks, sales are up nearly 300%.
Basically taking what a police officer wears on a daily basis, which is a level 3A soft armor.
That means they're designed to stop bullets from a handgun, which they showed us.
You can see all of our entries there. No exit.
But it won't protect against an assault rifle. Stores like Office Max are carrying a different option, these bulletproof backpacks by Guard Dog Security, which also have a level 3A rating. John Colton, an NRA-certified instructor, demonstrates how the backpack stands up to an assault rifle. It doesn't.
Well, unfortunately, that is the weapon that a lot of these school shootings are using.
Neither option is cheap. The Tuffy Pack is about $130. The Guard Dog Backpack about $200. Robin Hattersley with Campus Safety Magazine worries the products prey on parents' fears.
The student a lot of times doesn't even wear their backpack. Maybe they're sitting in class or they're in the library.
Nairmore says his customers say the cost of a little more peace of mind is worth it.
Whether anything happens or not, I'll feel better knowing that my middle schooler or high schooler has that extra level of protection.
That was our Lauren Tallarico reporting. The Tuffy packs are light and flexible. They weigh as much about as a bottle of water. You can buy them online or in store at retailers including Office Max, Office Depot, and Bed Bath & Beyond. All right, stop what you're doing and take a look at your screen right now. This is the person of interest in Sunday's scare at Memorial City Mall. Police say a man jumped onto a table in the food court, said he was going to kill himself. That created chaos as people ran for safety. Houston police tweeted this photo of the man they want to talk to. If you know who he is, call HPD. New charges in the deadly shooting outside a Sugarland hotel. 44-year-old Sheldon McGee is charged with murdering his girlfriend, 38-year-old Kiva Herrera. Police say the two dated for years, but Herrera broke it off and checked into that hotel on Thursday. Police say McGee tracked her down, and an argument in the parking lot led to McGee shooting Herrera before getting into a shootout with police. The attorney for the accused Santa Fe gunman says his client's mental state is deteriorating in jail, and he wants Dimitrios Pagorchis to be evaluated by a psychiatrist. The attorney says they need to know if he is competent to stand trial. Pagorchis is accused of killing 10 people and wounding 13 others in Santa Fe last year. His trial is set for early next year. Family members and activists demanding Galveston police release body cam footage of the controversial arrest of Donald Neely. You've probably seen the images by now of Neely being led down the street by mounted patrol officers. They tied a rope to his handcuffs after he was arrested for trespassing. Activists are threatening a march and possible lawsuit if the body cam footage is not released.
Transparency is a good thing. It is the only way we can heal this community.
And the way the officers treated him, it just ain't right. It's not right at all.
And I just want everybody to know that we love our brother. We're not out here for money. We just want justice for him.
The Galveston Police Department has asked the Texas Rangers and the Sheriff's Office to conduct independent investigations into that arrest, but they do not expect to release the body cam video until after those investigations are completed. Federal prosecutors are turning their focus to possible co-conspirators in Jeffrey Epstein's alleged sex trafficking operation. The multimillionaire died in federal custody over the weekend while awaiting next year's trial for sex trafficking and conspiracy charges. His death ends the criminal case against him, but not against others who participated in his alleged crimes.
There are a number of co-conspirators that allowed these things to occur. Active co-conspirators as well as passive that watched what he was doing and said nothing over the years.
Attorney General William Barr says anyone who committed crimes with Epstein should, quote, not rest easy. The Trump administration issued a rule change that could make it harder for legal immigrants who may need public assistance to become citizens. Federal law currently requires people seeking green cards and legal status to prove they won't be a public charge or burden to the country. The new rule now applies to immigrants using government benefits, including housing, food stamps, and Medicaid. It goes into effect October 15th. All right, on to the weather we go. It is so hot in Texas. We set a new record for electricity demand to stay cool. ERCOT, the agency that oversees the flow of power to customers across the state, says peak demand reached more than 74,000 megawatts. Luckily, however, we did stay within capacity, so ERCOT does not anticipate any rolling blackouts to conserve power. Cheetah, you understand why the AC is on full blast yesterday and through the morning here.
Yes, 2/3 of the state under that heat advisory, and in even areas to our north and northeast under an excessive heat warning. You know, when we're talking about across the state, everyone trying to pump in that air conditioning at the same time. So if you can conserve, of course, try. But, you know, if you're sitting at home, it's just too hard to do. So we've seen 5 consecutive days, triple digits or higher, similar there for 2018. This is the thing. Today, we will hit the 100-degree mark plus. I think tomorrow we will tap into triple digits, and then these temperatures are going to come down. So we do have some minimal relief in the future here. What's interesting too with those records being broken, it's like one right after another. We broke it Saturday, Sunday, and then at 2 different times yesterday. I've been following them on Twitter, and it is really interesting. Okay, 95 by noon today. Let's talk about your hour-by-hour forecast. We are in the 80s already, 90 degrees by 10 a.m. That 90 feeling closer to triple digits, and then that 95 feeling closer to about 105. I mean, that's at lunchtime today. So really, really hot. Has a lot of you asking, when can we expect to cool down? Well, notice even September the 15th, our average temperature is 90. So we stay hot for a while here. You know that here in Houston, but what will change that this week? The chance for a little bit of rain. Tomorrow, we'll introduce the chance for a few showers by lunchtime, but then that really increases for your afternoon and evening. This little front will wash away, so it won't do a whole lot to our temperatures, but at least the rain chance, minimal at that, will give us a slight chance and drop us back down to the double-digit stuff.
All righty, Cheetah, thank you. So let's head out to our big map, and you're going to see green really painted across this picture, which means we've got stress-free driving conditions for you heading into the 5 o'clock hour. Now that's going to shift as more people go back to school today and for the rest of the week, but usually not until about 5:15. So let's highlight some of that green, shall we, out of Galveston County. 69 miles an hour is going to be that nice steady pace out of Galveston, and then we're going to drop a pin here and highlight the rest of this stretch from the South Beltway all the way into downtown. That's 15 miles. It's going to take you 14 minutes, and then 66 miles per hour is that average speed going north by U of H. And remember, they go back to school starting next Monday, so things are going to really tip not in your favor as far as driving there into downtown. Drive times elsewhere looking like this out of Fort Bend County. We also have a hazard-free zone there. Back to you, Lisa.
All right, thanks, Steph. 4:42 is the time. A violent prisoner's escape from a Tennessee prison is raising questions about the guards, the nationwide issue that some experts say helped that prisoner escape. And she's not auditioning for a sequel to the movie. Police say this lady is a real-life wedding crasher who's leaving with more than just a slice of cake. The pet owners doing what they can to help their dogs beat the heat, including a dip in the lake or river, but there's danger lurking in the water. The toxic algae that's proving to be deadly and what you need to watch out for.